Peace, family. I don't know if y'all can hear me yet, but I'm coming. And I have not prepared because I'm trying to be authentic tonight, y'all. Uh, Long time ago, I got a poem reading and from one of my friends at work, and she said that I didn't ask. I just said read my poem, and she said that when she said you're gonna out of nowhere she said you're gonna meet your soulmate when you learn how to be real and authentic, because you think that you're being real and authentic to people, but you're really not, and I didn't know at that time what that meant, because I was like, yeah, I'm real and authentic, I'm real and authentic, but there's a lot of stuff sometimes I don't say, um or I know how to be appropriate. No, not poor thing. This is real. But I was like, let me try this. Let me just try to come on and just, like speak from the heart, because I have a big heart and there have been times that I've done it and it's been successful. So I wanted to try it tonight. Um, Try it tonight. I'm gonna try to address some things. And yeah, the reason I'm doing this is because like when I came into this sector, I never had a chance to introduce myself. I was always introduced. I never had a chance to introduce myself, or I never had a chance for people to get to know who I really was. And like there's only one person who's like really, gotten to see that side of me. And at the same time, I see like narratives and different things like that coming out, and it's like that's not me. So like once again, it's like okay, I'm gonna present who I am, nothing more, nothing less. So let me play some music while I try to get my chat up. Hey DC, let me speak to everybody first, then I'm gonna play our little music, get us in the vibe, and I'm gonna try my best. Y'all try to coach me through this. This first time I've done it, I don't know like what I'm gonna talk about, how I'm gonna talk about it or whatever. I'm just gonna come from the heart, because that's the type of person that I am. But shout out to Castro Cannon, shout out to Drunk Again Meek in the building. Heaven sent. All Tracy got used in the building, and I don't have nothing to do with these troll names. I don't know if I have a moderator. I think I did see D Cop in the building. So whatever said in the chat, I'm not going to be paying attention to the chat, as I often don't do when I'm presenting. So I have nothing to do with what's pushed into what's put in the chat. My good moderator, I know the real Queen Royalty lives, and I love you, sister, because you've always been supportive, and I see that you see me for who I am. Fiance knows, shout out in the building. My homegirl, Mississippi Magnolia, in the building. The cop for life, in the building, and decop for life, y'all. The way I look at decop for life, especially with us being LGBTQ lesbians and her being an older stud, I know she understands a lot. And I've always looked at her like, in our area as a big brother, or, big brother. Even though she's a woman or whatever, it's like she's a big brother. Even though I've never like really came to her for answer for any advice or anything like that, I could just, tell. And I like her vibe, I like her vibe. And one day I like to have her on when she's comfortable or whatever, but I can understand. I wanted her on our L word panel, um, but it never got there. So whatever is whatever. But I really admire D Cop. Retro Babe, love you. I love you for your support in the building. J Don on them ones and twos up in the building. And J Don, even though she hates when I say it, she's from Mississippi, so like she's like a homegirl. And she's younger than me. I've had organizations and stuff like, where, I try to reach out and gear, like I'm part of a fraternity. I also have my own nonprofit that's geared around dominant studs, or aggressive or androgynous women. So a lot of times when I look at Jay Dunn, that's how I look at her. Even though she don't like it, I still look at her somewhat like a little brother. you know, a little brother. We don't share each other's lives or nothing like that. A lot of times we've only, just done business. But I mean, she's my homegirl from my hometown. And, she's younger. And I remember when I first came out or whatever, and I'm not saying that Jay Dunn just came out or whatever, but I just can remember when I first came out, it was like I had no idea. And, I needed guidance and leadership. And I didn't, it was hard to find. So I try to be the person that, I used to want in my life, to other people. So Jadon, she cussed me out one time talking about you didn't raise me. But anyways, have it sit in the building, Miss B Town Hester in the building. Yeah, thank y'all for coming. I scheduled this live, really late. I'm gonna play some music to, try to get in the vibe and try to do this. But I scheduled this live really late because I had a busy day. I don't celebrate holidays, but my family does, and it's a time, for my family to get together. My grandma feels like it's very important. So, I've been really busy with that. Plus, some of my relatives have been coming in town and things like that. Like I said, for a long time, I just like ignored a lot of things, but I found that people like believed it or ran with it. And then somebody told me that the reason why people believed stuff or ran with it or thought that, what other people were saying about me were true because I never said anything differently or never said anything about it. That's because it doesn't matter to me at the end of the day, because I believe that if you spend too much time thinking about what other people think about you, you're not spending enough time developing yourself and doing for yourself. So, I've always been that type of person, but it's sometimes, you have to come out and you have to clarify and you have to, redefine or tell people who you really are. And like I said, when I got that palm reading and she told me, she said, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen when you start being authentic to authentic, um, and truly expressing yourself, because a part of my coping mechanism, I'm like, I have to pat myself on the back and y'all really have to pat me on the back too, because I'm strong. And y'all know that I'm strong because, like, look at all the stuff that I go through. And, and not just like in terms of just YouTube, but family wise and everything. And I still stay strong. But see, a part of that came from a positive but negative coping skill. And that's a lot of times, in order to not let things bother me, or in order to not, I don't dwell a lot on the negative, or I don't dwell a lot on certain things. I just keep going. And a lot of times, like, I might be assessing or thinking about certain things, I don't always express it. Like, I'm not so quick to express things because I like to make sure I'm correct. I'm wrong, or like whether I'm wrong or I'm right. So I'll sit back and analyze the situation, myself. Am I wrong, or am I right? And sometimes, like, my family members or different people I trust, I might ask them, like, am I wrong or am I right? So, like, a lot of times I'm not so quick to, express different things. Therefore, a lot of people don't really know what's on my mind or like what I'm thinking. So, like I said, let me go ahead and play this music so I could get the chat up, because I have the chat up here. What's up, BB Nice in the building? Um, Good sister. Now, let me just go ahead and say, um, like, I didn't need BB Nice to do the interview the other day. Like, the reason why BB Nice did the interview was sort of hard because with the questions, I had to revert back here or there. I had to think back or whatever. But like, one of the real reasons is because, BB Nice is, like, she's developing. And, like, I like to help a sister develop. And so, that gave her a chance to get exposure, in terms of interviewing, stuff like that. And so on. That's just the type of person I am. I like to, help people. We're both learning. We both are helping each other. And so be it. But shout out to BB Nice. She did a great job with that interview. And, like, she's been great. Because, BB Nice has been, under attack. D Cop, um, DC Cop, DC, and Lisa. And Jay Dunn, like despite the history or whatever. Um, and like I said, I'm just a person with a caring heart, and I don't like to put other people in bad positions. So, I don't look at right and wrong. I don't look at all that kind of stuff. I just look at like some stuff is just meant for me. So, I hate that they had to go through that because it's like we're all lesbians. When I ran across, when Jadon said she wanted to, to be a part of the lesbian stud panel, it was, it's because she, like I don't know many lesbians. She was a lesbian. I thought it was a great idea. At first, it was just going to be studs. So then BB Nice came around. I think y'all should have a female, and I'm like, okay, let's try it. Then D Cop came along. I mean, not D Cop, but DC Kool-Aid came along. And I always had in mind D Cop. I was just waiting for her to confirm, and she never did. But like I still think that D Cop would be a great addition because, she's older. I know she has experiences, and I know she's gonna come from a true place, and that's what we need because a lot of people truly don't understand like what we go through as lesbians because as lesbians we don't just go through like, first of all, as lesbians, we're Black women. So we go through that Black women discrimination first. Okay, that's first. Okay, then, we go through that discrimination, like for being lesbians, for like being in an alternative lifestyle, being LGBT. So like we get it from all ends. And because, America or whatever the world is, like has adopted patriarchy, which like is not a part of our indigenous ways. We get it from all ends. It's like that's why a lot of our, a lot of lesbians are the forefront in terms of being activists. A lot of, like they were part of the Black Lives Matter movement initially. They were part of, they were part of LGBTQ was found, was sort of started and pushed by lesbians. A lot of great things have been founded and pushed by lesbians because we can't help it because we get it all. We get in terms of discrimination, all that, it all comes to us. And that's what people don't realize. Y'all, like a lot of people are more accepting to gay men than they are to lesbians. It's like look at this sector. Like in terms of like the gay men, Sean Bradley, boom, got a big old camp over there. Like Jay Wilson got his camp. Um, and Spilly Boy, he got his count. A lot of, women are like really more accepting because when Black women especially have been taught, self-hatred. So they're really more, because, when you say man, whether gay, whatever, they're still looking at them like as a man. Okay, because we as Black women have been taught for a reason, because we are the foundations, because we're the forefront. We have been taught to hate ourselves because we're the first touch with the children. So like if they can bring us down, if they can diminish, if they can abuse, if they can hurt us, they're also hurting our future generations and hurting our children. Okay, so that's what's been happening. Women have always been used as casualties of war, when it comes down to race and all that kind of stuff. And so that's what's going on with us now. And they use the tool of lots of tools of indoctrinations to do that. Okay. And so we don't get it. And I've been preaching this on my channel. Okay. So like all of this stuff, even in terms of VS, even in terms of everything, has to do with everything. And like we are our own worst enemies. Now we get mad, like it's just like it's a shame. We get mad when they tell us how we're acting dysfunctional, how they tell us we're acting bad. Okay, then we get mad when we try to come and say, well, look, people, look, family, look, love, we're not doing each other right. We're not acting right with each other. We're not being right to each other. We get mad about that too. Somebody has to tell us right from wrong if we're not going to realize it for ourselves. And one of our biggest problems is we don't learn to get to the root of a problem. We don't learn how to work out our differences amongst each other. We have too many things that they put in place to divide us. And we go off of that. It's like we are the crabs in a bucket. We are the ones pulling ourselves down. They no longer have to do anything to us because we're doing all of this stuff to ourselves. And that's what I've been saying on my channel. And that's like, I've always said that. That's what I came on YouTube to do, because I love my people. I'm a family oriented person. And like, let me just put it this way, just like J Dunn, she's from Mississippi. For all I know, I might show up at a family reunion, J Dunn end up being my cousin. Like, I mean, I know that, you know, VS is not my cousin, but one time I used to tell VS, I was like, for all we know, we might be cousins. Fabe mom is from Mississippi. For all I know, I might show up at a family reunion and Fabe is my cousin. What's her name? Deanna, who always coming at me, who's never talked to me, never had a back and forth with me. You know, she is from Mississippi and she might be my cousin. That's how I look at things. That's why I said it's important to trace your family tree. And y'all got to get back to the root and get back to y'all family and get back to honoring y'all ancestors. Because, you know, we hurting ourselves out here. We weren't like that in the 60s during Martin Luther King. We weren't like this. We were more family oriented. We were more about each other. Now we got so many things, just like people are talking about how people speak. English is not our indigenous language. We were taught English. English came from somewhere else. So we're not supposed to speak it appropriately. That's why they call it ebonics and slang, because we're expressive speakers. But we use that to go against each other. And I've seen so many times, just like with myself and so many others, the dark-skinned people automatically get called ugly. These light-skinned people, a lot of them think that they're pretty. And you look at them and it's like, for real? Colorism, because we've been taught self-hate. We've been taught to go against ourselves. Just like I said, one time we used to be the people, like we was about those, you know, we was about herbs. They took us away from that. They took us away from our culture. They made us dislike our culture. Now everything that has to do with our culture, just like a lot of people, oh, Mississippi country. Oh, these country people, these people from the South. That is our indigenous roots. People in the South, we what they say, nigga rig and all that kind of stuff. We know how to survive off the earth, and that's a benefit. But they call it country and they make it bad. So a lot of this Eurocentric frame of thinking, that's what I see going on in this sector. And shout out to Miss Olivia, because today she broke down some things and I was glad she just came out and broke it down. And, you know, and I was like, yeah, you know. And then even Jay Wilson broke down some stuff today in his live, and I have to say shout out to him. But we got a lot of stuff going on because we sit and we get mad at them. But a lot of the stuff that we perpetuate is the things that they have taught us. A lot of the things that we discriminate and we try to rag each other on or drag each other on. It's stuff that they taught us to drag each other on. And we don't realize that. Like people 2-3 years ago, like if you have friends have arguments, they learn how to work out their differences and they go on. Like this is the only community. Like in the Black conscious community, they debate. People can have a fallout debate, right? They have a fallout debate. Like, you know, like one person might even get mad. Next thing you know, they done made up and they back on there again. Whether or not they like each other or not, they back on there again. They know how to deal with each other cordially. In this sector, no. In this sector, it's like gang, shoot them up. Don't we see what's going on in Chicago when you do gang, bang, bang, shoot them up? We're not supposed to be divided. We're not supposed to be gang. We cannot accomplish anything if we gang, bang, bang. We got 2020 coming up with voting. We got 2020 coming up with the census. And we around here gang, bang, bang, shoot it up. And we're causing as much dysfunction, and then people are loving it. People get a kick. It's entertainment. Dysfunction is entertainment. Why do y'all think they created Love and Hip Hop? Why do y'all think they put the celebrities in our face and they got these celebrities acting so dysfunctional? Because they know that a lot of people are going to idolize them and carry out the same lifestyle. And we've been doing that. And it's been dividing and steady causing us to go down instead of coming up. We weren't this kind of people. During the civil rights, we fought. During the civil rights, we got action. But like it's like we stopped. And it's like we are not for, like, it's like if somebody else comes in the community, you want to complain. Somebody else that's European, any other color, you want to complain about the stuff that they're saying, but they're actually saying the same thing that you are. They're acting the same way that you are. How are you going to tell them not to do it when you're doing it to yourself? How are you going to expect them to respect us when we don't respect ourselves? How are you going to expect them to treat us good when we don't treat each other well? And that's the point. So I had to just go off on that because there's a lot of stuff going on. And it's not just like BS. It's like about all of this stuff. You know, like the other day I shared, you know, how like I was trying to obtain my goals, right? Somebody actually came in there like, oh, you too old. First of all, let me just tell you this and listen to me clearly. I'm an heir. If I never do anything differently in my life, I'm set for life, okay? I'm an heir. One of the things I've been pushing that has been accomplished is I've been pushing for my sister and all of my cousins, since I'm the oldest, to own their own business because I don't want them to become dependent upon the job. I want them to be self-sufficient. And guess what? All of them are except one. And except my niece. Because she ain't that old yet. All right. One of my cousins, my family, they always work. We heirs. We always, it's like they our legacy. My granddaddy started a legacy where we believe in leaving things to our kids. We believe in leaving things to the next generation. My granddaddy started. That's why I said I'm an heir. I've been an heir. I was an heir when I was born. So, like, what I choose to do for myself or choose to do to become better is for me, and to leave something on to the next person that I can say I did. Whether it be my niece or, you know, like adopted children or children, whatever. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Okay? But somebody gonna say, oh, you too old for that, and you know, like you have an income restriction. I'm like, well, shoot, if I, you know, for Section 8 or whatever, if I start my business becomes successful, that's the goal. Because you know, none of those programs are ever intended for you to be on for life anyways. That's the goal. It's to be used to get to where you need to get. And then when you get to where you need to get, you're good. And because, you know, you don't have self-confidence in yourself, and I do, and I'm willing to take that risk, I'm really willing to do it. Don't try to pass that negativity off on me. That's Black people. That's our problem. We don't own nothing because of that. We don't, that's the crab in the barrel mentality. It's like you find so many people, especially on here, they're so busy. Like the other day, I was like, why are you so invested in my friendships or my relationships? What? You don't have a friendship or a relationship of your own? You're too invested. Do you care? Why are you so invested? Do you not have some stuff going on for yourself? A lot of these people who are out, like a lot of people are so invested in this YouTube stuff, and either they're denying their real life, or they don't have anything going on in their real life, or they're miserable in real life. And they're on here trying to control other people's lives. Do y'all not get that? I've looked at that. I'm like, really? Wow. Wow. That's the truth. People are on here trying to control and dictate and narrate other people's lives. That's the crab in the barrel. And if you're doing that, you're not spending enough time on your own soul, your own spirit, your own energy, your own life, your own family, your own children. Because I look around and I look at the statistics economically or whatever, and black people at the bottom of a lot of stuff. So we're not doing that well. So I'm just telling you, we don't have room and we don't have time for all that. For all y'all people to be on here and like, so a lot of y'all on here, y'all lives worse off than the people that y'all trying to dictate, tell what to do or whatever. Y'all need to be paying more attention to your own selves, your own lives, your own soul, your own spirit. Okay, now I'm still gonna play this music. I told you I'm coming authentic, so I ain't write nothing down. Let me play this music. I'm gonna get this set up, and then I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna try to, because I just don't know what else to do. I've tried a lot of different things. Cause like I've tried a lot of different things. So like, and for my people that I know that love me, y'all help me in the chat. And like I said, y'all moderators, please don't let people say, even though TSCC dogs the stink out of me over there, have been doing it for a long time. Yeah, I care about VS and things of that nature. And y'all don't dog her. Yeah, like I said, I've always told you, it's not a bashing session for her or anything like that. I can't control what goes on in the chat. A lot of times when I'm sitting here talking, I can't read the chat. So I don't know what goes on in the chat. And I don't really go back and really listen to live streams or read the live streams or read the comments and stuff all the time, after a stream. So let me play this music. Let me get this up. And then, then I'm gonna try to, y'all can ask me questions or whatever. I'm gonna try to do this the best that I can. And, just try to, resolve this or get to a better place. I don't know what it is I'm supposed to be doing, but I know I can't continue to let people slander, degrade, make me seem like somebody who I'm completely not. So here y'all go. Okay, so I went over to my baby girl VS. Well, I was strolling through the YouTube streets, as they say, and I saw like what my baby girl VS had alive, right, with my name in the title. I was like, oh God, I don't know if I want to go in here. And that, like I said, a lot of times I don't listen, not because I don't want to support her or anything like that. It's just because, like, I have feelings too, and like sometimes I don't like, you have to be careful with feeding yourself negative things, especially when it's not true. Okay, so I saw my name in the title. So, I click on it and I only, heard a few minutes of it. And I heard it was like, and I saw the title. And I heard her say that I lied about sending her a birthday gift. Now, I'm not going to show it. I can. And if push comes to shove, I will. But I'm not going to show it because I'm not going to put any of her information out there, like what city, state she lives in, anything like that, because I care and I want her to be safe. All right. But I sent her the tracking number to show that it was delivered. And as you know, it was delivered to the wrong address. Okay. So as a friend, because keep in mind we were friends, I said, okay, let me send her something for her birthday. So I know she liked candy. So I decided to buy her send her some candy. All right. Now the candy costs like $50 initially. It's on sale now. But then $50 initially. Okay. And then like after the delivery fee and everything, it was like I was out of like $70. And I took a chance because I didn't know her PO, and I, assumed the address. But, I just took a chance. And it was just me, like showing love. All right. So it ended up going to the wrong address. But she had the information to track it down to see that I was telling the truth. Now, out of like that little few minutes that I listened to, the part that hurt me the most was like, that she said that I lied. And then, like it was like comparing me to other people and making me seem like I'm, this lie. I didn't have to do that. After, I didn't have to send her anything for her birthday. That's what people don't get. We were only friends. I mean, not even like as much as friends. We weren't even really, as much as communicating. I just wanted to do something nice because that's how I am. So I took it up on myself to take a chance and to send her some candy instead of flowers, because flowers has a romantic connotation. So I said, I know she likes candy, so I'm going to send the candy. And I sent it early enough so if it didn't get to her, because I just wanted to make sure she had something. Like I sent my sister something, my niece something, and I sent like another friend, something that also had, birthdays in November. I don't hardly ever get anything for my birthday, but that doesn't mean that I don't do things for other people for their birthday, because I like showing love, and I like making sure people are, feel like they're loved and appreciated. All right. So, okay, it's one thing like to say that you're lying when I provided, like all she had to do was take I sent her the screenshot of the gift. All she had to do was take it. She had the 800 number where she could call, and they would have told her. They would have gave her the tracking information, everything. And then we concluded that it went to the wrong address. So I told her, I said, okay, it went to the wrong address. If you give me the PO box, I'm gonna, if I can't get them to resend it out, because they said they left it on the front. They left it in the front, outside. So I couldn't confirm that I could get them to send anything else. So I said, I'll send you something else. I just need your PO box. Big old tobacco. So I never got the PO box. I ain't worried about it no more. Okay. Okay, then here we are again today online after you know that I asked you for the PO box. After you know it went to the wrong address. Saying that I lied. Acting like I pretended to send you something. Why would I do that? And see, let me tell you something. Like the part that gets to me the most is the fact that I've only been good. Y'all seen it. Okay, here's the thing. You guys have seen how good I have been to her. You've never heard me say anything bad about her, even after she said things bad about me. Her, like, she she's complaining because the other day in my chat, in which I wasn't reading the chat, people were saying bad things. But look at the TSCC members from day one, are like, even before the fallout, people were saying bad things about me. I didn't take that out on her because we can't control what other people say and think. And then she had put me in a position, because y'all know, everybody say I used to ride hard for her. She even said, look, I need y'all to, like people saying you ride too hard for me. I need you to stop because you looking crazy. So I stopped. Then after you do some, you did the things that you do, I look crazy defending you. I look crazy, and it ain't even about looking crazy. It's like, you're expecting me to do something for you that you're not doing for me. All of it. I didn't get nothing for my birthday, and I was right over there in TSCC. And we were together or whatever. Did I complain? Did I come on here and tell anybody? No. I have done so much for her and not received anything. Now, she'd say $100 for 15 pieces of artwork. I am a professional, have gone to school, have a degree, commercial art, graphic design, and I charge per design, per color, per hour. Like, even my internet prices or my YouTube prices that I posted are not. I tried to sort of meet like what I saw online. I wasn't trying to hurt people's pockets, but that's nowhere close to what I really charge in real life in terms of my business. All right. And then when I told her I did it for her, just because I cared about her, just because I wanted to see her grow. She insisted. She insisted so much that she, because I donated. I donated all the time. I'm a Patreon. I supported in so many different ways. Still a Patreon. Even when she wasn't doing anything, I never canceled the Patreon. I've always donated. So because they had my PayPal during this time, Cynthia R was there. Cynthia R grabbed my PayPal and she sent me $100. Okay, so Via sent me the screenshot. Okay, after I had told her so many times, after I didn't tell her where to send it, I refused. And so after, they went to that great extent to send me the $100, even there's nowhere close to what I actually charge. That was like a little tip. $6.60 per piece. That was just nothing more than, that was not a payment. That was like a little tip. You know what I'm saying? After, she insisted and they just went ahead and sent it to me. I just said, all right, it hurt me. I was disappointed, but okay, y'all, that's y'all. But then you want to use that like it's something. Like I made you do that. Like, oh, you should have sent you. Then she gonna say I should have sent it back. But I have given it back because I have donated since then. I paid for a lot of my own stuff to, go to to go to the meet and greet when the majority of nobody paid as much as me out of the pocket. Okay. And I'm just saying this like on just like if we just look at it like I'm a TSCC member, if we just look at it like I'm just a friend, because it gets confusing to me, even me sometimes. But I'm just saying, even if you look at it that way, I still did a whole lot. And then if you look at it the other way about us being intimate, I did a heck of a lot. Even more than these people that you're trying to throw in my face or whatever. So I don't appreciate that. And then I don't appreciate the fact that it's just like when you're not lying. Because, like it don't matter. Like a lot of stuff don't matter to me. But for somebody to be out here trying to make me seem like I'm a liar, I'm a stalker, I stir up confusion, and which I know I don't. I have to come back on that. And that's why I have to come back. Because, like, here's the thing that I noticed. I stayed quiet for a long time because after this happened, 3 months, and every day I was pretty much being talked about. Even my people that, I was working with, J Dunn, D Kool-Aid, DC Kool-Aid, BB Nice. And then the other day, even BB Nice got attacked again. Now everybody know BB Nice girlfriend have been on here. And BB Nice's girlfriend has been on here. So everybody knows off top that, like, nothing is going on with me and BB Nice other than the fact that we're working together, and our primary focus on how this all started was the fact that we were lesbians. And, we don't get a lot of platforms. We don't get to speak out, and we're under the biggest attack. And, a lot of gay people, as I often say, have said, they're quick to, come defend trans. They're quick to come defend, gay guys. But when lesbian women have been under attack, even some of the lipstick lesbians, or the lesbians who still are not comfortable with themselves or hate themselves, or either trying to be competitive with the next woman, have even been derogatory and shown hate to the next lesbian on here. So we got together to create a place where we can speak about these things, where we can try to bring some resolve and some solutions so we can highlight the issues. This was not, like, you highlight the issues. So, I mean, for her to attack, people that I'm working with, like, and me trying to develop my channel and them trying to develop their channel and their characters and stuff, that's wrong. And I felt responsible, and it's not fair to them. It's not fair to me. So, and I tried to stay, like they'll tell you, I tried to stay quiet for a long time, but like I saw that wasn't working. I don't know what the solution is. I don't know what I should do, because I stayed quiet and I tried to stay focused, but it was affecting different things. Because like a lot of these people, they don't be thinking, and they be repeating a lot of this stuff. And if they thought, they would know that it wasn't true. It's a lot of stuff that's right in your face, but because people are so busy, our people, our family, our blood, our DNA is so busy trying to bring each other down, they avoid it. And so, they'll run with the narrative because they want to hurt me. They want to hurt her. Sometimes hurting her, they try to hurt her through hurting me. I get thrown in there still. My name comes up so many times, so many derogatory stuff. It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter anything. And nobody knows me for me. Everybody is basing stuff off of what they heard. And so many people, oh, she's a demon. Oh, she's this. But you believe what she say. And then let me tell you something. Don't nobody really know what's going on but me and her. And I understand so much more than she does what's going on with her in this situation. And I'm so fair that I ain't blasting it out or telling. A lot of y'all might too, because this is some things that go on. Mature people do. And a lot of mature people, that's why they don't, if you can't help a situation, don't hurt it. And a lot of people, let me tell you something, TSCC, whomever, y'all know who, like most of them people not our friends, especially ones that dog or talk bad about me or try to, or run with it. Because if they were, they would tell her the truth. They would say, well, Q High has been a good friend. But no, because they don't have good intentions for her. They don't have good intentions for me. They only have good intentions for themselves. Crabs in a bucket. They so miserable. Their life so miserable. They don't want to see another person happy, or they don't want to see other people content. And so that's what we have going on here. And then let me just put it this way. I I've never agreed with everything, that she's done. And some things I do think that what she's done is horrible. Horrible. But let me tell you this. A lot of people on here, especially people who proclaim to be her enemies or whatever, they built that monster. They made her who she was because she wasn't as bad at first. It's just like a child. You keep telling the child they bad, they bad, they bad. Guess what? They're going to be bad. And if you see, like I had to tell somebody who commented in one of my comment sections, if you really think I need help, then instead of trying to belittle me or dog me, well, then try to offer me some inspiration and help me. What is belittling going to do to somebody who has issues or who has problems? That's what I'm talking about, black people. And y'all supposed to be mature. A lot of y'all got kids, poor children. That's what I'm saying. Look at the way we are supposed to be tribal. We're supposed to be helping each other. This runs deep. And I don't even know. It runs deep. It runs deep. It runs deep. It runs deep. This is, this sector. This sector is the most dysfunctional I've ever seen. And on top of that dysfunction, like I go to Lipstick Alley, y'all. I go to Lipstick Alley because a lot of times I don't like to watch it because I watch my energy. All right. So if I want to know like what has gone on, if it's anything I need to watch, I go to Lipstick Alley. But I'm saying the people who drive the most dysfunction, I had to say to myself, most of them people behind Lipstick Alley have to be white people, have to be Aryan Nation people, because they drive and feed and push the negativity. Then the biggest point about it is, like everybody keeps saying, at least the people on YouTube getting paid for it. And then the people on Lipstick Alley be having the nerve to talk about people and stuff. And then a lot of them don't even come to the forefront and show themselves. They cowards. But they drive the dysfunction in this sector. They thrive off the dysfunction, then want to go back there. Oh, well, this happened and that happened. But y'all the ones that's back there like, y'all doing it. Y'all have, okay, if people are coming back there to see what you're saying, if you know that, you got the majority of the audience, then you could steer this community, this sector into a better position. But no, you don't. Shout out for this, shout out for that. Double standards. Congratulating somebody for doing something bad. And then I've seen some straight up haters back there. I've seen some lipstick lesbians that every chance they get, you can tell they don't like studs because they done hated on me. Every time, like let me tell you how bad it is with this particular lipstick lesbian. They were calling D-Cop a man, a man something. What were they calling you, D-Cop? A man eater, a man something. Then it's like all out of nowhere, it don't even relate to the conversation or relate to what's going on, but they'll bring it up just to hate on the person. And this person is also half white or mixed or some other race. This person is obviously a colorist. So a lot of people be back there, just like on YouTube, these people in the comments and stuff. It's like, you don't know whether they white people, black people. You don't know whether they Russian bots, just like, Trump is on trial or not. They're here to spread the dysfunction in the community. And we go right along with it. Then we get mad when we find out that they like Jason. But I don't like the things that, Jason has openly said. I know that he's a rather intelligent young man. But at the same time, in a lot of ways, I hate to say it. It's like, I hate to say it, but y'all it's true. Yes, passive aggressive. We got to do better. I came on here to address, You know, like, I don't really know. Like I said, I was going from the heart, but it's hard for me because let me tell you, shout out to Juju Moon if you out there. Because Juju Moon, when I first started, going live over here on this particular new channel, Juju Moon said you can help one or you can help many. And I heard that and I felt where she was coming from. And I was like, I'm gonna try to help many. That's why I started opening up. That's why I started like, let's resolve these issues. Let's get over these differences. Let's be better. Let's stop this gang, shoot them up. Because a lot of the stuff people around here beefing over or tripping over, they can get over. Talk it out. You ain't got to be friends. You ain't got to do this. But, at least y'all can learn how to be cordial where it won't be like we in war every day. Some of this stuff don't make no doggone sense. It is sad. And now clicks, views. Oh, this the entertainment section. Oh, this the roasting the gag. This the beast. What the heck? This is the dysfunctional. We all gonna end up being annihilated section. Like, who's talking about voting? Who's talking about the fact that they trying to take the 1866 Civil Rights Act, which is the act that gives us the right to not be enslaved away? Comcast and the Republicans and Trump. Nobody. But they are actively trying to take that away while we over here getting a kick out of beating each other down. They trying to take away women's rights. They trying to take away the 14th Amendment that gave women the right. Like these pro-blacks that most of them are married to white women are telling us that calling it feminists because women are standing up for themselves and we have a right to do that. And what person with self-respect wouldn't do that? We gained that from that movement. We gained that from the women's suffrage movement, which they misquote or label the feminist movement. But if you look up the word feminist, if you are female, you're supposed to be a feminist. There's nothing bad about that. I'm just sorry. It's like, and that's what I've been doing on my channel because we're getting close and close to 2020 with the census. This is the most important census. Trump and the Republicans have even changed the census questions illegally. A lot of y'all don't even know that. And so they're having to go back and redo it. Because the census would determine funding. The census is what determines a lot of different things. They are sitting here and they are doing so many things right up under our noses. And we on here tripping. And they doing it to us. And they keep us distracted. They created Love and Hip Hop for this. They like this social media stuff. You know why they getting ready to end and bring in most celebrities and the advertising? Because they've done their due. They've done it. They got us doing what they want us to do. They got us distracted. After 2020, they know that's why December they got all these things coming in place and they are eliminating channels. They let them run as long as they was doing what they needed them to do. Keep us divided and conquered. Okay? But after 2020 and after the census, after the election, they no longer leading anymore. Because while we sitting here not paying attention to the fact that 2020 is the year we either gonna make it or we going back to slavery. It's simple. We either gonna make it. 2020 means slavery, pretty much slavery, or we're gonna be free. And I can't see us being free because look at us. We're nothing like our ancestors. We're nothing like the Martin Luther King civil rights era. We're nothing like that. They fought. They got rights. We can ride the bus now. You know what I'm saying? Martin Luther King got the housing rights in place, fair housing rights in place. The Civil Rights Act was for us as Black Indians. Look on there. It's for us as Black Indians, the one that he got approved. He was the only leader that we've ever had that actually got some stuff changed, some laws implemented, and some things in place. The rest of them have just been talkers. And that's the thing. We love these talkers. We love these people that sound good but ain't trying to do nothing and only filling their pocket. As we say, and like Miss Olivia said, where we came from, the pro-black hustlers. The people doing things for their own personal agenda. Yeah, we going back over 100 years, over 400 years. And it's like, I'm looking at people, I'm like, do y'all work for the government? Are y'all I be asking and thinking some of these people COINTELPRO. I be thinking that some of these people are COINTELPRO because, like, y'all know, it's hard to go day to day with in this community, in this sector, and I done got stuck over here without some type of negative dysfunction, negative distraction, and then nobody's going to support anybody saying anything positive in here because people like the drama, as they say. People like the beef. And I'm sorry, I have a soul, I have a heart. And it's a lot of things I'm like, just like in terms of VS, just like in terms of a lot of things, it's a lot of things I really just don't want to do because I am not a sellout. And I can't sell my soul. I can't sell my people out for no clicks and views because guess what? That's just a few dollars that's going to be gone tomorrow. And then we're going to be enslaved next year. Like I said, I ain't had no script. I'm just talking. Uh, um, Stop the violence. I just saw your comment real quick. We are Indians. Indians is like an offset of indigenous. Actually we're Achathanas, meaning sprung from the earth. Okay, if you look at history, we had West Indians and we had East Indians. Now the East Indians are those people over there that, you know, the West Indians, it has been considered Caribbeans and all. We are West Indians. Like it's deep. You gotta go deeper in your study. And I got in contact with my people. I'm gonna bring them on here. We're gonna start breaking down a lot of stuff. We just got to figure out how to be basic because, you know, like it's a gift and a curse sometimes when you have so much knowledge, because sometimes it's hard. You know, we got to realize that we're speaking to all different people on all different levels in terms of presenting it. And we got to figure out the basic way to present it, you know, the basic way to present it. Because like where we have presented it, most people are, you know, they're researchers, they're studiers, they're, you know, like they're on it one way or another. So like in this sector, it has to be done a little differently. And then even though like we all have information, not all of us agree with everything. Not all of us. Yeah, Aboriginal. Yeah, I was really one of the founders of the Aboriginal community, TC. Believe it or not, TC, ask them. I am like one of the founders of the online YouTube Aboriginal American community. My boy Mad Vibes in here, he can tell you. He'll tell you. I've done a lot of things, you know. And so I don't know. Like I came on here like pretty much, you know, like I said, I'm trying to do some good things. I can't allow my character to be slandered, especially when it's not correct. I understand why you know people do certain things or whatever, and you know, and I show a lot of compassion, I show a lot of patience and stuff like that. um Showed a lot of care, a lot of things, and but you know, I don't know what the purpose and why they do it to me, and I don't understand. But at the same time, like if something is put out there wrong, I have to, you know, come back and I have to debunk it or correct it. At least it came from my mouth. Now I know some people gonna be ignorant, and regardless of what I've said, regardless if I said it was the true or untrue, they still gonna run because they just want to try to bring me down. You know, because you know they have a low self-esteem, and some people feel like pulling another person down builds them up, which it never does. You're either good because of your character, great because of what you do, or you're not. But you can't, you're not gonna sustain off of pulling somebody else down, because at the end, especially us as melanated American Indians, melanated Black people, because at the end of the day, when they look at statistics, They're looking at all of us. At the end of the day, they're not going to have one black survivor. Like them sellouts. That's what, like these sellouts. What do these sellouts think that, after they annihilate everybody else, they're going to be the last black person standing? No. It's either all or none. We blood. We in it together, like whether we like it or not. They in their stuff together. They work together. Like, but like we are our own worst enemies. We're our own worst critics. We are our own worst everything, and we don't see it, and we love it. Like the average person, they're like, oh, they on here, they talk about some, oh, well, this person did this person did that. Then as soon as they get into like a person of a different race, a European or whatever's face, the European can say all kind of derogatory stuff to them. And guess what? A lot of times they a lot of times they bend over backwards. A lot of these people, they worship the ground. Because like a lot of what we be talking to each other about, talk about teeth, talk about skin color, talking about, the people who look the most indigenous, the people with the most melanation, they get called the ugly people. A lot of that kind of stuff is Eurocentric thought thinking. It's like we're out here dragging each other, roasting each other over stuff that's Europeanized. You're whitewashed. We're hating on each other over some stuff we've been taught instead of loving on each other. Or at least if you feel like that person, needs some help in this category, that category, help them. And a lot of people out here, forgive me, I put this out the other day. I'm spiritual. But a lot of people out here, oh, I'm Christian. I'm this, I'm that. Look at this sector. It's filled with Christians. It's filled with religious people. It makes you say, is it doing us any good? Is it doing us any good? Because Christians are not, by all means, are not supposed to act like a lot of these people that's acting on YouTube. According to what, I've heard and I've seen. Y'all got to look at a lot of things, and what does not work for our good, we need to get rid of. That's what I'm saying. What has not been working for our good and what has not been successful to us, we need to get rid of. We need to start learning how to solve our own issues, because that's our problem. We don't know how to solve our own issues. We don't know how to get to the root, because we have too many Indians. We have too many chiefs and not enough Indians. Everybody want to be a leader. Everybody want to tell the next person in the black community what to do. Everybody want to run the next person's life, and they can't even run their own. Is your family together? Why you on here dictating and telling everybody else and discriminating against somebody else's family, talking about what's going on in somebody else's family? Is your family together? And y'all, I feel comfortable. I like what I did. I don't have to go into many details and nothing like that. I just like the fact that I let this little rant and this preach out. So I'm about to end this live. I'm about to play a little music. And then the next time, I'm going to go off again. But I'm going to go off with a topic or a subject. Every time I come on here, I'm teaching, I'm going to go off. Because y'all like when people go off. Some people can't accept when people are nice to them and say things in a nice way. You need somebody to fuss, yell. You need somebody to scream. That's the only way you're going to get it. Because some people are so accustomed to abuse until that's all that they know. And I have to know my people. That's why y'all like the roast and the gag and the entertainment, the dysfunction. Because that's what you're used to. And that's all you know. And beautiful things or love and all that kind of stuff is not normal to you. So I'm going to come on here and I'm going to teach you through dysfunction. I'm going to teach you through yelling. I'm going to teach you through screaming. I'm going to help you. I'm going to bring you up that way. Because that's all you will accept and that's all you used to, you poor, pitiful souls. And I love you. And until next time, peace, love, and light. And I'm out. Let me play this little music. I'm satisfied. I feel good. My soul is free. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Until next time, y'all. Peace, love, and light.
chão, desce vou até o chão, desce vou até o chão, eu desce vou até o chão, até o chão, até o chão. Eu desci